Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Is your girl Sylvia? I'm so sorry guys. I was a bit under the weather, but thank God I'm okay now. So Perry was having conversation with Ike and Cece in the room today, and Ike was just busy betraying Mercy. While this girl has always been just nothing but friends with you in the house, you're busy saying that assuming when we were talking about is a man that is going to win, and Cisse countered it, they were like, if it's not because of the disqualification of Tasha would have won their season. Cisse was like, that's a lie. Messi would have won regardless. These things are just grace. Do you get? So I don't really know why Ike is always busy talking about Messi like that. Upon that she was causing so many troubles and all of that. There is no wahala. Maybe that's his game, but using Messi for that game is not making any sense to me if you ask me. So that was that about their conversation. Next was Neo trying to have conversation with Tulani about the whole way she's behaving around him, the way she's always being overprotective around him anytime someone comes around and all of that. And he explained that it's being too much. But in that process, Ilebaye was there. And I think Perry came to Ilebaye and was like, can you give them a space for the conversation? But Ilebaye insisted on sitting in that place. Do you get? Maybe she's trying to see if she can apologize to Tulani or something. But the funny thing is how Perry was just behind the parrot trying to listen to the conversation because that guy and Akuku, that guy and gossip is five and six. So Neil was like, I feel like you do too much. That was exactly what his ex was having, like PTSD. Tolani was like, you never see crazy, so I'm not like this. That assuming she wants to show crazy, she would have shown further. Imagine staying with him in the lounge and then they touch their laps, this and that, and she just left to the garden only to come back and see this babe on his laps, and then they were rubbing hands, and I guess it was no other than Ilebaye. Ilebaye is just trending too much this season. Like, where did she keep this type of energy during level up? Like, well, maybe this is the time for her anyways. So I feel like Tolani is too doing too much. I feel there's something going on between you and Tolani outside the house. It may not necessarily be a relationship, but maybe they are having some. Let me just keep it that way, guys. But I would also like to know what you think in the comment section. Even when Ilebaye tried to apologize, she was just doing her face one kind, like, oh, I don't need no need of apology, thank you, stuff like that. Oh, it is well in Big Brother's house. Next was Sissy having conversation with Doyin about Cross in the house, and when Sissy was just telling her the encounter with Cross, like Cross, she trying to tell Cross to write something for her, only for Cross to be like, my English is not good, I don't really know how to, and all of that. Then was like, I don't really want to. I try to be careful with the words I use around Cross because it's too emotional and soft. That he will need that kind of sun that will be showing sunshine. That he's too innocent. Should we tell Doyin? I don't think Doyin really knew who Cross is, but should we tell her? She will find out herself anyway, guys. There's nothing much. So I feel like Cross is an open-minded person in that house. Like he actually came to cruise, like he actually shows him deep self. I don't think he really has time for all this aproko like Pere. So maybe that's his own strategy in the house, if you ask me anyway. Next was Ilebaye and Kidwai sitting and having conversations, and Kidwai trying to tell Ilebaye that she's a very nice person, that he actually misunderstood her, and I'm sure that the housemates misunderstood her too, but she's really a girl with a good potential, and she has gone far in her life. Honestly, guys, what I actually want to say in this point is I don't really know why Kidwa is saying all these things because Kidwa is trying so hard to play so many kind of games like that has been shocking him. And later he will come to direct section and come and be saying things that will make you laugh. So I don't know that that guy is this funny, but this guy is just a serious cruise and funny as bitch. Like this guy is so funny. So I don't blame him when he's moving around to look for help, and probably they felt Ilebaye is strong outside for her not to go all this while and stuff like that. Well, she really played smart with herself, like the Gen Z body. So that's that about Kidway and Ilebaye's conversation, guys. So next was me seeing Venita and the cousin trying to have conversation even with Cross. They were just having good conversation and smiling and be like, okay, that's impressive. At least blood is involved. and now they are talking, and I just wonder what is going to happen to Adekunle after this whole situation, which is why I felt he wouldn't have involved himself a lot the way he did in this situation. Do you get, guys? But I also like to know what you feel in the comment section. So guys, next was Doyin and Sissy having conversation, and Doyin trying to explain to Sissy that she went to Kid and told Kid where Kid kept his eggs, that she needed to take it upstairs where they stay. You know, they stay as BFFs with Messi now. So after she finished telling Kid that, Kid now saw cross and started at talking about eggs again. She's not like, why is the guy still explaining when she's here? So Sissy was like, that's because you're intimidating to the guys, so they can't really approach you the way they do to randomly to all these girls. So that the two of them look alike in that aspect and all of that. I don't know, Doyin has some reservations for Kid, and due to the way Kid was behaving and the way they were just fighting so hard to get some people out of the house. So I guess that's where her anger to Kid came in the picture. Do you get? And Parrot now releases the information for us, if you could remember. Guys, recall that before that conversation Doyin had with CC, there was a time Doyin was having conversation with Kid and was not telling him that you must not like me before you start moving my names and spreading my names in the house. At least if he has problem with her, he should come to her direct and then they sort it out or talk to her. And he noticed that she probably noticed Kid was avoiding her. And I don't know the reason why they felt that it is needed to be that way, including Doyin. So she kind of felt bad because there's a way people will keep avoiding you and trying to make you look bad. So I think that's the reason why she had that conversation. Do you get? Even Doing later went ahead to explain to Angel that she didn't know why people are being misunderstanding her in the house. Even she doesn't even understand if Ilebaye actually paints her name in such a way that they feel that she is bad and all of that. Do you get me, guys? God, that day was chaotic. Like even Adekunle came to the diary room and was explaining how paranoid he was feeling after the issue he had with Pere. And Ilebaye also was emotional with her own diary section that she came out of the house. When she came out of the diary room, sorry, she went straight to Doyin and leaned on her and started crying. I can imagine that. And then Doyin now had to even talk to Cross to face, if it is Ilebaye, face Ilebaye and leave her the heck alone so that people wouldn't start feeling that he's frolicking around with all the girls in the house. And that scene, the tension was too much. Everybody was looking for pardon me and all of that. And then Summer was all down. It was just Angel that was there for him, trying to encourage him and trying to even tell him how she attempted suicide around March or so. Guys, it's not easy, oh, to be honest, for your faith. It is not easy. So all they need is our votes and prayers, guys. And that same day, Angel was mad because she don't understand why Venita would stop talking to her, because Venita wanted her to pardon her deeply. Like, this sense of entitlement is just what I don't understand. If you can't handle it, you just forget it. Do you get? You forget it. You don't try to press it on that unnecessary issues. They did their task, and Aquafina, some people gave their paddy award to some people they did least expected, like Pere who gave 60 and Ilebaye gave new, and Venita was just praising Sheyi. Like, I was just surprised that Sheyi is this nice, but he has a big problem, which is his mouth. If you ask me, his mouth is just his problem. So after that, Neo was now trying to tell Pere the issue he had with the cousin and the reason why he's trying to avoid her and all of that. But I'm happy now that they are all together, do you get? So that this whole situation will not okay again, even though some of the housemates are beefing some based on I'm supposed to be your party of life, but I'm not, that kind of thing, guys. So this was just the whole scenario that played out, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have watched to this point, thank you so much for always supporting me, and I'll keep begging, if you're new, please stay glued, don't go, just click on the subscribe and notification button, let us be friends, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and always see the video and comment so that we can always be friends and let's go together. Bye.